at 12:30. Our focus is on local business owners, and we have the Lexington Business Show team here with all the details about their podcast created to highlight some of the amazing businesses right here in Lexington.
Plus, the owner of the Lexington division of the Scout Guide is here to tell us about the power of collaboration between locally owned businesses. This is Midday, Kentucky. Hey!
Afternoon, happy Tuesday. Thanks for joining us on Midday at 12:30. I'm Amber Freeman.
And I'm Adam Banks.
A lot of people waking up to a lot of disaster today. You always hate opening a show like that, but there's a lot of people dealing with a lot of problems they maybe didn't anticipate to be dealing with this morning.
Yeah, very sad. I was seeing on the news the disaster that happened in Nashville. It's hard to see a city that's so vibrant and lively down like that.
And it's not just Nashville. I mean, I think everybody wants to put a lot of attention on that because it's a big city and it doesn't happen. I think I saw the last tornado, and Alyssa could probably confirm, to go through Nashville was in 1998. We don't often think that they go through cities like that, but there's also a lot of places throughout Middle Tennessee right now that are dealing with a lot of damage. So thoughts, I hate saying thoughts and prayers, I hate that, but anything that anybody can do to help, I think would probably be a good outreach there.
I agree, and a lot of people lost their homes. I've never shared this story. I actually lost my home in a house fire. It's hard to lose everything all at once. It's tough to deal with, so I don't want to say I know what they're going through, but I just know that people need to rally with them right now, and they need love and they need happiness.
Sure, that's a lot to deal with. That's crazy that you dealt with that. That's I can't even imagine. So
it was tough.
Well, guess what? On the flip side, today is a good day because it is National I Want You to Be Happy Day.
Yeah.
The day was created for us to do something that makes others happy, and it also asks us to see others' happiness from their point of view.
While we're not individually responsible for other people's happiness, we do play a role in spreading joy and good cheer. One way to do that is to see happiness from another person's perspective. Being happy may merely be about quality, not quantity.
What do you think about that?
I agree with that. I think that everybody has a different perspective on what happiness is. I've shared the key to happiness before with you. It's just enjoying the passage of time. It's real simple, but that's the key to happiness, I'm telling you.
Yeah?
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know the key, but happiness, I think, is a word that envelops a lot of different things, and it like the saying says, it's doing something for other people. If that's your way of becoming happy, that's great. We don't know what always it is, so it's I think it's different for everybody. So if that's your key to happiness, that's fabulous. Everybody else may not agree.
Yeah.
Maybe I know Alyssa's going out to get tacos for Taco Week.
That makes me happy.
That makes her happy. So it can be anything.
Food, sweets.
Yeah, it's a good day. Good day for that. You know what may not make some people happy right now, though?
What's that?
Marie Osmond. She says she's not leaving any of her millions of dollars to her 7 children.
The 60-year-old performer making the announcement on the Talk TV show, she explained leaving her kids a fortune would be a great disservice to them. Oh, wow. Her children range in age from 36 to 17. Marie Osmond wants them to make their own money.
So her will says that her millions of dollars, it's instead going to go to charity. She has her own charity, in case you're not familiar with that. She said her decision comes from personal experience. Her family, at one point, she saw them fighting over a mirror and a table when her aunt and uncle passed away, and she said it was ridiculous. She never wants to see that happen, so she's making sure that it's not going to happen because they're not going to fight over her money.
Yeah, I've heard that before. If you really want to see how strong a family is, just wait until the matriarch of the family dies.
Well, so I looked this up, and there was actually just Kirk Douglas just died, and it made big headlines because he didn't give any of his money to his son, Michael Douglas.
Oh, really?
Well, he has his own money.
He has his
own
fortune.
I think when he passed, he had, I want to say, and don't quote me on this, like $66 million, which is a lot of money. And I think 50 of it is going to charities. I don't know what the other 10 was. That's just kind of what the last thing I saw. But other people that have spoke on this, Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, they all are part of something, and I think it's called the Giving Fund, where they all pledged in like 2010 that majority of what they leave behind is going to go go to charities and not their own children.
I think that's amazing. And plus, it's going to teach them the value of a dollar. Getting all of that money all at once, they didn't work for it. So it will be easy for them to just throw it away.
Well, and I thought Warren Buffett said something kind of that made sense, that he wants his kids to have enough money that he has made because they've been living this life. It's not like these kids are going to go, live on the streets all of a sudden, that they can do anything, but not enough money that they feel like they don't have to do anything or that they can do nothing. So I think that's cool. He's given them money that they can kind of go up and move forward, but not so much that they can just sit there and, retire on his money.
Did she mention which charity she would be giving her money?
She has her own charity.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think that's awesome. I think that, I don't know if she's saying it for the shock value just to raise headlines or if she's being honest.
I don't think so. I really don't. I think this is a whole network of people that do this, and there's a lot more people. I honestly don't think it's anybody's business, to be 100% honest.
I could agree with that, yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of cool. Let us know what you think. It always, as always, sparked a huge controversy on The View. Well, stay with us because we are talking money, we're talking business, but we're talking it right here locally. There's a podcast right now that's focusing businesses here in Lexington. Stay with us. We'll be right back with all the guys. Thanks for staying with us. I love when the stage is full. It just makes it look so alive. So thank you, guys. We have the Lexington Business Show. It's a podcast with businesses and people right here in Lexington, Kentucky that make it an incredible place to live, work, and play. Here to tell us more, we have Taylor, Brandon, and Patch. Thank you guys so much for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Happy to be here.
Okay. All of you have some kind of business experience to begin with, whether it's podcasts, whether it's business, marketing, all kinds of things. What made you come together and create this show?
Really, we had a mutual friend that put us all in the room last January. And very quickly, we figured out that we all had something that we each needed and wanted from each other. And so we really wanted to dive into a marketing business together, but we all had our own full-time kind of gig. Fast forward to about August, September.
Jobs, right?
Yeah, like real life. Right? Kaylor was able to leave his full-time thing, go full-time with us, and very quickly things started to speed up. And then we figured out, as a marketing kind of agency, we really don't like being intrusive. We like having something that's very brand-based and very valuable to customers, and that's how we treat the marketing that we do with our clients. So we decided that a podcast for the business community was a really great way to go.
Yeah, how can you preach marketing? I mean, we're telling people to do podcasts and things like that. Like, how can we tell people that if we don't have our own?
That makes so much sense.
So we started the Lexington Business Show.
Practice what you preach.
That's right.
Exactly.
That's right. Yeah.
So if I was to turn on your podcast, what are some things that I might hear?
Well, say one of the big things, and what I think the benefit of our show is, we are three very distinct personalities, and then the guest we have on is a distinct personality. So it's almost like a chemical reaction that happens, and we each have a way of bringing out probably the best in each other, and sometimes the worst, maybe, and in the guest as well. So a lot of interaction, a lot of fun stuff.
And it's like a conversation. Like, we don't want to make it, too predictable.
Scripted, right.
So like at the end we have something called the rapid fire. So you have to listen, and it's these fun questions that we've come up with to kind of break the ice at the very end and get them out of their comfort zone a little bit.
That's awesome. You save it to the end.
You got it. You got it.
So why Lexington? Why did you decide to do it here?
Well, we're here.
It's where all my stuff was.
That's right. The reality is this, though. The reality is this. Like, if you go and look for Lexington Business Show or Lexington Business on any podcast provider, we could not find anything. And it was like, we're lacking for interviewing amazing business. And we have so many great businesses, right? Not only are we in the bourbon capital of the world, I mean, we've got the most awesome bars, the most, like, Whiskey Bear, all these restaurants that are amazing, right? I mean, we've got Highbridge water. I mean, gosh, we have water that's better than anywhere in the country, right? You have all these great brands, and we need to highlight them and get them out there nationally.
Well, and Lexington just continues to be in the rankings for best places to create new businesses, best economic environments to create all this. I love what you guys say about chemistry, because doing interviews all day long, you never know what you're going to get when you get certain people in the room. And it's so true, because you can do an interview on print, and ask questions, and people think out their answers. When you put them in a room and it's kind of not so stuffy, which I like. I love y'all's passion. I bet you just get things out of them, and it just inspires other people without even intending to do that.
Yeah, and so that's kind of the beauty, especially the whole show, but the rapid fire portion, they don't have a chance to think about it. And so we could do that with them real quick. We should do it.
We should do it.
So rapid fire.
I think one of the rules of journalism is never to hand over the mic. I learned that very early on.
That's close. We almost got it. We were so close. Man.
We'll just have him on the show. That's all right.
Adam was ready. I mean, we can do
I was like,
it.
let's go. I mean, I'm used to it with her.
Right.
You know, she puts me on the spot all the time, and this is live TV, so you never know.
Here's the funny thing.
Yeah.
They're really easy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we?
Just one. Let's just do
I
one.
say
It's really
do it to
lighthearted
Adam.
and
Yep,
something
do it.
just
Let's do
for fun.
Yeah, you do the first
Okay.
question.
Here we
What
go,
is-
guys.
What is our first one?
Oh, yeah, so the first question,
Where do we start?
Somewhere in Lexington that not a lot of people know about, a secret place that you love to go.
Yeah. A secret place that I love to go.
Yeah.
Gosh, you're talking to somebody who sits on the couch all the time.
His house.
His couch. There you go.
His couch. Open invite, guys.
How about you? You go?
I don't know what's secretive because I guess I'm dealing with so many different businesses all the time. I like going out to Ravens Run.
Okay, fair.
Just,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, it's not like there's a bar out there. There is a winery close by, so that's how I used to
There you
bribe
go.
people to go hiking. But there are so many really cool places. One of the things that attracted me to Lexington, coming from big cities, was you have so many colleges, so many universities, so many minds that are just creating and want to stay here, and they don't leave. They come back.
And that's one of the things that we really like about the show is we're able to give everybody a platform to put their thing out there because there are so many creative people and so much going on, and a lot of it we really just don't see.
There's
So
so
hopefully
many
we're that
awesome-
platform to help
There's so
highlight
many
it too.
awesome entrepreneurs in the area that I don't think are highlighted enough. You know what I mean? There's so many awesome businesses that are local to this area, and we've got to get them out there.
Well, you are getting them out there. How do we hear your podcast?
So anywhere that podcasts are done, Lexington Business Show, you can find it. And you know, we partnered with the Scout Guide. I don't know if you all know that. This is one of our biggest partnerships this year. They are now the sponsor of the Lexington Business
Well, we
Show.
have them here, and we're going to save some time for Jen.
Okay, fair,
So,
fair.
Check out their podcast. Thank you guys so much for being here.
Thanks
Stay
so
with
much.
us. We'll be right back.
Thanks.
Thanks for staying with us. Guess what? We are keeping our focus right here in Lexington. The Scout Guide Lexington is a carefully curated city guide that is also focused on locally owned small businesses. We have owner and editor Jennifer Mueller here to tell us more. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
Well, a lot of people that scroll through Instagram or scroll through social media, which is everybody, don't deny
Okay,
it.
you're doing it right now.
Exactly. Call them out. I'm sure they've seen the Scout Guide. What exactly is it?
So a quick snippet is the Scout Guide is a national publication, which a lot of people don't know. So it is, and we're in 60 plus cities across the U.S. And I own the franchise rights to Lexington. And our goal is to really focus on locally owned smaller businesses. That's sort of what it started. Now you would look through here and say that some of these businesses aren't small anymore, but we are getting ready to go to print with our 7th publication. We only print once a year.
Wow.
And we have a lot of retention. We've got businesses that have been in with us since volume 1. And we call it, we say we're scouting because we are always trying to find those new businesses that are up and coming in just about any industry.
Sure. Which it just, if you've been there from the beginning, it's probably amazing to see these businesses that did start out so tiny
Right.
and now are just kind of running down.
It is. It's exciting. I mean, for Kohl, for example, you start out with Kohl's and now there's Eppings and Puppy and Olive. I mean, they're just constantly growing, and that's exciting to know that a small locally owned business is having that much growth.
And wants to stay in
Right,
town because,
and stay
like
here.
Cole, for instance, he's always thinking of new ideas. I
Right.
love every time he
Yeah,
comes in
that's
because, like, we're
exciting.
doing this next week.
Right.
What?
I know. Kid cartoons on Saturdays. I mean,
Yeah.
it's genius.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
So you are obviously passionate about Lexington. What made you want to even start this?
Well, prior to this opportunity, I was doing marketing and consulting for local businesses. So I really kind of already had a really nice relationship with and built up trust with marketing endeavors with a lot of the local businesses. So it just seemed like a great fit. And it's been that way. So it's really been fun. And, because the Scout Guide does have that national brand recognition, it's great for, I know that a lot of these businesses are very established and have been around, but it still is great for people coming in from Florida, Denver, any place in Texas and knows to ask for the Scout Guide by name.
And what a natural progression for you to go from somebody who knows so much already to now putting it out there for everybody, which kind of led to a natural collaboration
with the Lexington Business Show.
Exactly.
That's right. So the guys that you just saw are amazing, and I had been really trying to. I look at this as a membership because we do limit the businesses to 2 businesses per industry, except for food and clothing. So I always joke around and say we don't take everybody's money, you know, like. And but I always want to try to add value because it's not just a book. You know, there is our digital platform, and then I really thought for our professional services where Instagram and things like that might not be quite as sexy, you know, like dentistry and things. It's like, well, what can we do for them as their editor to still stay top of mind?
Sure.
And a podcast really made a lot of sense. And when I met with the Lexington Business Show, we were just like, this is a match made in heaven. Because of what they're doing, I didn't want to recreate the wheel. They already have the podcast going. And then, you know, I have the businesses that we really want to get their story out there in a different format. So it's been a really, really great collaboration.
It really just seems like a natural fit. Now, are you joining them on their podcast?
I am, which is really fun. I know they're super thrilled. But I am the 4th interviewer, and it's really fun. And we really want it to be, you know, they have 3 different personalities, now they have a 4th. And so you never know what question's going to be asked next.
Well, we need some feminine voices in there as
That's
well. So I'm
right.
glad you're there. How do we find the Scout Guide?
So we are on Instagram at TSG Lexington, and that's pretty much the best place to go right now because that's where we're feeding all of our client information.
There you go. Go pick it up. Have a
Thank
good
you.
one.
See ya.